Please like, subscribe, and be sure to click that bell button for regular and exciting indie film content and your chance to be the first to engage with the Liftoff Global Network of Film Festivals as we embark on launching the careers of the filmmakers of tomorrow.
Hello everyone and welcome to today's stream. Today we are talking about the Hollywood First Time Filmmaker Showcase and we'll be looking at the winners of the showcase. The festival ran from 26th of September through to the 10th of October, and here we are now ready to announce the winners. I'm just checking over to the chat room, so if you are watching this live, feel free to put a comment in the chat room and then we'll do my best to answer any questions that you may have. If you're supporting a film, then please do put it in there, give it a shout out. And if you're just joining us and you'd like to say hello, please feel free to do so in the chat room. If you are watching this retrospectively, then if you'd like to leave a comment, you can do so below and I will do my best to answer any questions that you may have after the stream. So let's take a quick look at some of the stats across the festival. So as I mentioned, it opened on the 26th of September and ran until the 10th of October. We had two pages. We had the features page and the shorts page. The features page had 34 feature films taking place from 6 countries around the world. Our shorts program had a whopping 144 films screening with us over the 2 weeks, and 12 countries were also involved in those 144 films. So huge numbers across the board. And as you well know, this was a whole voting process behind the films alongside the jury. So we had a host of jury members from the Liftoff team watching all of the films that were taking part in the showcase, as well as the audience choice and the audience also voting for their films. So audience members in total, we had over 120 votes come in from our audience, which is phenomenal. And our jury, as I mentioned, were also going through all of the content, and there was quite a debate about the films that actually did become our winners. So I'll be happy to announce those in a moment. As I mentioned, the chat room is open, so if you do have any questions, feel free to put them in there. I'm just going to move things around. There we go. I can see it a bit better. Great. So let's start. Let's start by having a look at some of the winners. So just to recap the prizes before I do announce the winners, there are 3 prizes up for grabs. There are screenings in a Liftoff City later this year or next year. There are the Audience Choice Award, which is where 4 filmmakers will be joining us on our YouTube channel, where we'll be screening their film muted in the background whilst doing a director's commentary roundtable over the top, talking about things about how the project came around, things they had to overcome, what the future is for the project and what the future is for them as a filmmaker. Really, really fun streams. If that sounds like something you're interested in, we have a host of them already on our YouTube channel, so you can just head over to our channel, liftoff.network, and find all of our content there. So we have filmmaker screening in a Liftoff festival later this year or next year. We have the audience roundtable, and then we have season award nominations. So the season awards is an event that takes place at Pinewood Studios. It's our red carpet glitzy event that takes place every January/February. And it's our celebration of all of the films that came through the Liftoff platform in 2022. There are 14 categories up for nominations, and if you win one of those categories, you get to take home one of these trophies. They are made by 3D printing and with a marble base, and then you also have our classic rockets going through the different locations that our festivals are in around the world. Okay, cool. So they are the prizes. City screenings, audience choice with the roundtable on our YouTube channel, and then nominations for the Liftoff Season Awards. I'm not going to leave you waiting any longer, so we're going to start with the first one. Actually, I think the first poster is just the festival's poster. So here we go. As I mentioned, we have the shorts page and also the features. So let's take a look at the first winner. So well done to Higok and team for picking up a screening in Berlin Liftoff. Berlin takes place in February at a fantastic cinema called Il Kino, and it is a wonderful, wonderful place to screen your film. So we will be screening Higok later in the year. This is directed by Adoni Betbender from France. And as mentioned, it will be screening in Berlin. Higok synopsis is, in a Basque country, in the thesis of change, a family tries to preserve its heritage. The father of the family, Aski, has been confined to a wheelchair since his accident. He has locked himself in a never-ending spiral of depression and is dragging his son and the fate of the farm down with him. So well done to you guys. You will be screening with us in Berlin. Further information will follow, along with your laurels and all of the information that you need. Then we have a special mention, and this goes out to Blister, and this is directed by Oliver Zell and Hunter D. Ancona from the USA. And this is going to pick up a screening in New York City next June. So really well done to Oliver and Hunter and the rest of the team for picking up that screening. So Blister's logline is, stranded in a vast array desert, two resentful lovers are forced to endure one another as they await their rescue. Attempting to reconcile old traumas, their journey across endless dunes unravels a violent past with lasting insidious effects. Their love wearing thin, the two are forced to recognize the sadistic nature of their relationship and its troubling imprint on their ability to love and be loved. So well done to our two filmmakers that will be screening in another Lift Off City next year. Next, we are moving on to the Season Awards, and there is one film that has picked up a Season Award nomination, and congratulations to 51 States by Cassie VD from the UK. You have picked up a nomination for Best Post-Production. Huge congratulations. So 51 States follows the story of a Sikh wife. So in an all too possible future, a Sikh wife and mother must fight to be reunited with her family. Moving on then to the Audience Choice Award, we have 4 films that have picked up this award, and the first one is Price to Pay, and this is directed by Ronald Wade Tooney from the USA. So well done, Ronald. You'll be getting all of the information about the Audience Roundtable shortly, as will Team Pledge, directed by the team behind the film Pledge, I should say, Ariel K. Harris, which is another film from the USA. And this, the storyline for this is a college pledge finds out whether he has been selected into the fraternity responsible for his brother's death. Up next we have Box Clever, and this is directed by Kate O'Donnell from Ireland. A young woman boxes Clever, outsmarting her manipulating boss and challenges sexism in the workplace. Well done. And then the final film that has picked up an award this year is P.S. Thank You, directed by T. Washington, Clanitha Chani, and Kwame Morgan from the USA. An upcoming comedian has the opportunity to win a cash prize and a TV deal, but tragedy ensues, causing him to be tested. So there we have it. They are our winners for this year's Hollywood First Time Filmmaker Showcase. Thank you again for everyone that took part in the showcase. All of our winners will be getting their emails with their laurels, and if you're taking part in the Audience Roundtable, we'll be setting that up shortly, and it will be taking place on our YouTube channel right here. Just checking in the chat room to see if there's any questions, and Craig Johnson says, you'll have to do your best, Defonta, as you read the synopsis in a world. So thank you. Yes, so we will be back here in a couple of weeks with our Audience Choice Roundtable, and we will also be moving on to the next Lift Off Festival, which is currently taking place, and that is the Amsterdam and Paris festivals. If you're taking part in those, huge congratulations. They're doing phenomenally well across the board. We've got lots of people watching around the world. And then, yes, the Hollywood First Time Filmmaker Showcase will be back next year. Thank you again for everyone that took part. All the best.